Today I'm adding embellishments to my journal using a beautiful quilted piece. There's one. Let's get to it. Hi everybody, it's Julie. Today we're going to be making some more, or we're going to decorate some more of the pages inside my book. So one of the things I need to add is a fabric pocket. And I think this is going to be a great page for it because we've got our little mitten here. And so I have taken one of the squares from the quilt that I took apart, and I have this piece that I think is going to make a great little pocket. Now it's a little bit bigger than what I need, so I'm going to go ahead and take it apart. So how is everybody? If you answered, if you watched the whole video yesterday, I asked a question at the end. If you answered hot chocolate, I have a gift for you, okay? So I've gone and already put a comment, and I've checked, and so by the time you're seeing this video. So yeah, I had hot chocolate at my desk because my desk was so clean. I had a place that I could sit it totally out of the way. I was freezing cold. And I have decided that I'm not drinking coffee anymore. I drank coffee. I had stopped drinking it around Christmas. And you guys, all the aches, like my knee, my hip, oh my gosh, my hip, the bottoms of my feet, all of those places, the hurt had gone. The pain had gone. And we went to work on that motorcycle thing. And so I went ahead and I used, so this is some of the junk that I had saved, by the way. Okay. But we went and did that motorcycle thing, and it was 27 degrees, and we were literally outside in 27 degrees weather, and then 40. And then the rest of our day was between 45 and 50. And it was cold. We were outside. My hands were frozen. I was doing the written part of the times as each writer would take off from our test division. And I wasn't moving, okay? So I was sitting because I was watching the stop clock, watching the guy that was starting each person, and yeah, so it was cold. It was really cold. So I'm adding this pocket, and I think it's going to be a great thing. So I'm getting my color in here to go with the cover by adding things to the journal. So we've added a little bit of color here, and now we'll have this, and it needs the three other things and a Dear Julie Julie digital added to it. And so oh gosh, I think this is so cute. This is from the Campbells, but I think it gets lost there. But I did go ahead and I cut out some things from the book. Okay, I just went through and cut out a few things, and I don't like any of them here, actually. I do have, I have this, which is from the garment, and I think that would be cool. It can hang off. So your things that you're adding can go anywhere on your page. Anywhere on your page. We're not making embellishments to go into the journal for our 26 things. They are 26 pages that we are making. So you're going to see me. I still have to decorate all the ones that I've already made. that's okay. They're in here. The bases for several of the pages are already in here. Okay, that's kind of fun. That gives me that hanging over the edge there. Okay, so that is fabric from my clothing, which was like a tank top type shirt that was all lace. And I'm using the pieces that I have left. Just using the pieces that are left. Okay. So we've done that. And then I have some I'm going to go ahead and come over here and cut that. Okay. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is I need to stencil using a stencil that's junk. This is from a bingo game. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stencil. And I've just got, this is the picket fence. I think I need a re-inker already. Isn't that crazy? Some of these go so fast. Okay. Okay, so there we go. It's very lightly, which I actually like anyway. And then, okay, so we have this. So this is wallpaper. Okay, and then I also have this little stamp. This would give me a lot of color on this page. Of course, I could go ahead and come up the edge, kind of like that. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to go up the side of the page. So this is wallpaper. I've added stenciling, which is one of the things that I needed to do. And I will stencil some other places, but this way I've at least done it once and I can mark it off my list. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this up a little bit on the edge. Okay, and then we're going to take the little stamp. And I have several stamps of animals that you would find in the snow. I just thought that they would be fun to have with this journal. Okay, these were from, what was it? I think 1994. 1994. Those are from. Okay. We've got this and this that we've used. We need a DearJulieJulie digital. I have these for big pieces. I don't want to really use any of the big pieces. I want a smaller piece. So I have these. These are the mini envelopes and the mini tags. I think adding one of the tags up here would be kind of fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut that one out right there. So I have something new starting on Saturday. We're going to call it Stash Buster Saturday. I'm going to be using scraps to make something. And we're going to call it Stash Buster Saturday. So we'll be busting our stash, our scraps. Okay. So if you saw my first video, my first video about the here we go. What is it? The decluttering. My first video for the year. My first, and the second, you saw several containers of little tiny things and medium things, and you've seen me working out of a scrap box. So I'm going to take those things and we're going to be doing some type of scrap busting every Saturday. So I hope you will watch it. It will have a premiere at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. And then, of course, the video will be up so that you can watch it in the replay. So, yeah, we're going to revisit ways of using up items that you have in your stash. I'm struggling here. I don't know where my needle went. So we'll just want it to come through so I can tie it. Oh well, we'll just tie it. There we go. Okay, so we got a little tag hanging off the edge there with a little horse, and we've got a pocket, and we've got this that if I have green. I was looking for a light colored, like pencil to color that in. That would be cool, but I don't want to ruin it. Okay, so we're just going to leave it. So we did stencil there. Wallpaper, Dear Julie Digital. We have our, this is linen because this came from a blanket, and this is garment. Okay, wallpaper, garment, linen, and then this is from my junk that I save, which is from you get like the address labels, and then it'll have other stickers with your names on it when you volunteer, when you donate to some things, and that's what that is from. You know what I'm thinking? I'm like going, you know what you could do, Julie? You could just make, well, I'm not going to, but I could make an ink pad and then just put some paint on it. That might work better than, because this ink pad it needs help. So, yeah. Ooh. So this week, I'm trying to get a few videos ahead because I need to work on Patreon stuff. And Jeff and I have to go to doctors. I'm going to use this, but I would normally use like I'm going to go ahead and grab it, put it up here. Well, it's kind of cool because what I was thinking is this would look like snowballs. That's what I was thinking when I was thinking of it with the picket fence. The paint works even better. Do you use paint in your journals? There we go. I like it. I think we'll go ahead and do a couple more. There we go. I like it. Okay. So I'm going to put this up here for right now with okay. And then we're going to grab something plastic. We'll put the heavy side down, and that way, yeah, that is taken care of. So the next thing I want to do is my scrappy, it's a fabric flip with a scrappy notebook, okay? And so I'm going to start by adding this page, because this will make this page stronger, okay? So we're going to start by putting that down, and I'm going to do it with the glue stick. You know what? We'll put the glue stick on this. This is going to give us a little tiny pocket if we want to, or something else, but I will be using it. That's one of the things I started doing last month or last year, was trying to use the, like when I took something like that and trying to use the whole piece. Unless there's something coming up that I think I could use it for, which we do have Golden Book coming up. I just don't know which Golden Book I'm going to use yet. Do you know what Golden Book you're going to use for February? We're going to be doing a Golden Book challenge here. And our challenges on this channel, they do have prizes. Everybody that finishes gets a prize, which might be something different than what you've seen on other challenges. It's pretty fun. So you can check out this month's challenge information so that you can kind of see how that works if you'd like. The details videos in the description box down below. For the January Just Junk Journal Challenge. We've been doing challenges for like 8 years. Okay, look at there. Okay, I like it because that it gave us a back for this page, but it also strengthened this page. So now this is going to be my scrappy fabric flip. So I have the other piece, and that is going to go in here. Okay, and then I want to add pieces to the other side, or to the other side, pieces underneath. Okay, so this is a page you could write on, and that will give us our Dear Julie Julie digital. I will need to cut it down, and that's fine. I have a bag, okay, and I'm going to add that. I am going to take this, put the two sides together, and open it up, okay? So that gives us a way of getting something inside there. And this was a bag, my new TV, parts of my new TV came in that bag. I'm like, what came in that? I don't remember. Okay, I think we could add a piece of wallpaper. Of course, I messed it up a little bit with that still could. Okay, it does not need to be, okay, I know what we're going to do. We're going to go cut here. Remember, I always say you don't have to do things the way they look like you're supposed to do them, right? Okay, so that gives us that. Scrappy notebook. Okay, it's not a stack a note. Okay, stack a note is a little different. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'm going to even it out here and cut it over here. Okay, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to cut this with the lace scissors. Do you have fancy scissors? Do you use your fancy scissors? This is your reminder. Take out your fancy scissors. You're going to want to know where they are. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I'm going to let this go up a little bit. That's going to go like that. This is going to go like this. Okay, I'm going to come across here. Okay, and then I had one, oh, this one has a snowflake on it. Okay, which is just kind of cool. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so the blue piece, it's going to go on here, and you're going to have another one under it. Just perfectly fine. Okay, we're going to come up here and cut across. Now, you're going to go ahead and somehow, okay, so these two are going to go together like this. This is next. It's going to go a little to the other side. So one went to the right, this one's going to the left. This one's going to come back in the middle. Okay, all that fits on there perfect. We are going to go ahead and use the tiny attacher. I'm going to come over to the side. Okay, and then that can get put in. So it's also, could be a waterfall, but it's a scrappy notebook. So your scrappy notebook, or your, is that what we call it? Scrappy note. With scrappy note can be a waterfall. It does not have to be. Okay, it's 4 pages, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, go ahead and put this down. Whoop. We had this down for our fabric flip. So you notice the quilted page of it, the quilted parts of it kind of fluff out, which makes sense because it's got more fabric. But there you go. You have this, and then you have your scrappy little flip. Okay. I'm going to close this with a paper clip. And eventually maybe we'll have a pretty paper clip to add there. Okay. So we did our fabric pocket over here. It's dry. And then we have our fabric flip with a scrappy note over here. And we do have a Dear Julie Julie digital on the inside, so I think that's great. I am going to take this adorable little girl, and I'm going to put her right up here because I don't want to forget to use her. Of course, she's got a lot of color. Let's use maybe one of these book pages. Okay, you can write around them. There's 136 pages in this journal. 5 signatures, 5 whole pamphlet stitch. Okay. There we go. Cute. Okay. So next I want to do my tip in. Okay. So we're going to set this aside. And I wanted to use one of the baking. So we have this one where they're all in the kitchen. This one where they're all in the kitchen. This one where they're making a mess in the kitchen. Okay, so we have in the journal. Okay, so if you remember this, we have this picture here, and I was like, maybe we could go ahead and do a tip in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this down because this paper is, you can see how easy it rips. So I am going to go ahead and put this side over here, cut it down. So are you guys doing the declutter, and how is that going? If you are, okay, I'm going to come here and, okay, so I went all the way around. You know, let's go ahead and go this side too. Okay, so there's that. I think this will be funny that they're looking over at this page. Okay, so but I have something I want to do here. Okay, first of all, I think I want to go ahead and add a sticker to this page. Okay, we're going to grab the blue, and we're going to go ahead and add so it's Freddie that's all covered in the cake flour. They were going to make cake. Okay. So we are making a tip-in. I'm going to go ahead and take this and go up this edge. One of these days I'll take out some of my edge punches and we'll start using those. Okay, then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cut across here. Come over here and cut across here. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and cut down. And I'm going to hinge it in right here. Okay, so there's my hinge. There's my, we'll go both directions. Okay, so this is my little tip-in. And this has a little bit of, I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to cut it so it's smaller than the one that would have been behind it. I'm going to add glue. Okay. Okay, I didn't quite do that the way I wanted to do it. So, okay, what I want to do is I want to go to the edge. Take this and flip it over. Okay. So that's going to give me somewhere that I can write. So I added a little goodie to my tip in there. I got a pocket over on this side. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to put glue on this. And this is what we're going to put down. And that will be how this is tipped in from this side. So we're making a hinge. Now this does not get to count as an extra page because it is tip-in, okay? Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and also put glue across here because otherwise, okay, there we go. So I'll have this place that you can write, and now we have this tip-in. Okay, so I added some journal. So journal is one of the things we count. We've got book, so we're using a book page. So that's 2. We need to add a Dear Julie Julie digital and something else. And I'm almost thinking this might be a place where we could add some of the sheet, or what else do we have? We've got rainbow. Oh, I like that. We'll do that. We'll add rainbow. Trying to get some more color in this journal. Okay. So from the scrap box, book page, scrap box, or journal. This is from a journal. Journal. From a journal. Okay. Dear Julie Digital, do we have... I'm thinking we had some things left over from the Friday freebie. Did we have any? Okay. I've got a stamp. This is from a different page that we've been working with. So we'll go ahead and oh, you know what? I'm going to take the glue back off because I don't want it to cover too much of this. Okay. Oops, I am so sorry. Got a sticker that we can put over here. And we have some color. Okay. So we get to mark that one off. So let's go ahead and mark off the ones that we get to mark off. We did our fabric flip with the scrappy note. We did the base, we decorated. Our fabric pocket page, we did the base, we decorated it. Our, over here, tip-in page, it's down here. We did it and we decorated it. That's pretty good. And how are we doing on being full? Look at there. We're still good. We are still doing good. Okay. Okie dokie. Build a belly band. Build a belly band. If they build it, if you build it, they will come. If you build a belly band, they will come. If you build a belly band, they will come. Sailboat, centerfold. Okay, I'm thinking here, and I'm thinking this. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. That is my fabric linen. Okay, I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to go ahead and add a giant snowflake out of wallpaper. Giant wallpaper embossed. We still need to do some embossing. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and go with this whole going around. Okay, so do we want to go from this side? I think so. I think so. Let's come up here and see if we can make this prettier. Okay. So build a belly band. Eventually it needs to go all the way across. Okay. So we have those two. And then from my scrap box, I have this little Sudoku. Okay. Little Sudoku. Do I want it to do that? I think so. Okay, let me see. I have, from the book, I have this. If it starts there, it comes over here. Nope, I'm not going to use that. But I definitely like this on this side best, okay? I'm going to go ahead and give this a pretty good edge because it's a belly band and we want it to stay down, okay? So giving that an edge. Then we're going to come over and we're going to give this an edge. A good edge. Okay? And we're going to put that over here. Now you see these two are not coming together. However, I want things to go in and not get stuck. So I'm actually thinking I may go ahead and grab okay, and I can do this because it's already in here. And I'm going to go even and across. Okay. And I'm just doing this because I don't want, when you're putting things in and out, I don't want them getting stuck. So we're going to come over here. We're going to just put that down. We'll come over here and we'll put this down. Okay, and that should make it easier to put something down here. Okay. And it reinforces it. And then we're going to go ahead and add this piece. I want more of this to show. I mean, I could take all these little pieces off and have just the star there, but I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm good with this. Now, I have an idea. In my box over here, so this is the scrap box. Of course, now I can't find it. There was a little piece, oh well, there was a little piece of paper like this. That was like, you could put a paper underneath there. Okay, so like this. And then you can lift it, and it could have a job also. Okay, we don't have to have a job this time. Just a FYI. The other belly band was with a job. This one's just a belly band. So I've taken something from the scrap box. I've got wallpaper. I have linen. I need a DearJulieJulie digital and something else. And we'll have used the whole square of fabric. If you remember, I covered my December daily journal with one of these squares. And it's from a blanket that I actually have, and I used it until it's basically, it's come apart. It's had to come apart. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're going to use this as a kind of a template to see where it's going to go. We're going to put it on here. It's going to come across. It's going to come down. This is paper to paper right there. Okay, this will okay. Flips up. You can write in it if you want. Okay. Wallpaper, linen, scrap box. Huh, we do have a food or beverage. Oh, I can't get that off. Oh, look at here. Junk mail. I don't think that'll, you know what though? It will hold that. Not real well though. I think it's going to be fine, just like that. Okay. What if we... have this. Oh, I know what we can do. We're going to put this. This is junk mail because it's an actual stamp that has been through the post. So your junk mail is something that's actually been through the mail. Okay, so there we go. Put that one like that. And we'll come over here. Get into my stamps. I thought there was a rabbit. Did I already use the rabbit? Okay, well, take the season's greetings part off. And so junk mail wallpaper. Linen. This is going to go all the way up. We want him sticking out. Ermine. Okay. And then we need a Dear Julie digital. I'm going to put this up for a minute. I think we'll go for one of the what if we hang the little tag down here? This one with the kids sledding, maybe? What do we have around it? Nothing. No Dear Julie digitals around it, so. I'm going to cut it out. Okay. And then I'll put it on another paper so that it can be, oh, these can go back in. We've got one raccoon left. One raccoon. Okay. And I used the end of the thread earlier, so I'm actually going to have to thread the needle. It's okay. Okay, we're going to take all the trash. Take it there now. Okay, so there's this one. Okay, we don't need a lot of string at this point. It's covered up the picket fence. I don't know where, oh, there it is. Look at that. I said, I don't know, and there it like sparkled at me. Okay, my easy threading needles. They are the best. Okay, and I'm going to actually make this like, let's see, We'll go through right there. Come up. Sorry. Okay, and then we'll tie this in a bow. We'll have added our Dear Julie Digital as a little tab thing, and it can hang around. Okay, if we go ahead and flip it up. Okay, like that. I like that better. Okay, put you where you go. Okay, and then this goes back in the kitty. There we go. Wallpaper, junk mail, linen, scrap box, Dear Julie Digital. We have a Build-A-Belly band. Okay, so something will be able to go in here. I have this. Okay, there you go. Build-A-Belly band. Let's cross that one off. Build-A-Belly band. Build-A-Belly band. Okay, now we get to cross some things off. I did stencil. Okay, I did stitch. I stitched around some of the goodies. Okay, so I still need, I've got dyed paper in here, but I need to dye some paper, embossed, stamped, lined, and dibs. And these have to be done with junk, so that's pretty cool. Okay, and so I need to do a box, a bag, wallpaper. We've used wallpaper now. And food and drink, we almost used a tea tag, but we didn't. So, yeah. But there you go. We have our Build-A-Belly band. We added our tip-in page in. Okay, so this is our tip-in page. Plus, it has an extra piece. Okay, our fabric pocket with stenciled. I'll probably go back and stencil some more pages with that paint too. That was last time. Build-A-Belly band. I know we're getting close. Yep, there we go. Our fabric flip with our scrappy note. We did add this to the page. And so, yeah, I think that's good. So fabric flip with a scrappy note. Build-A-Belly band. Way back here, our fabric pocket. So yeah, so we got those done. Look, we're still at a good place. Okay, I'm excited. So yeah, we will have to decorate all those pages, and I do have tip-in small pages. Side waterfall needs to be done. And so that's the only full page. And then I just need to decorate all my pages. And I need to use a box, a bag, and food or beverage. And then I need to have dyed paper, stamped paper, embossed, lined, and dibs. And yeah, I should have done that in the beginning. And we could have already been using them. But that's okay, because this little 136-page journal is going to need a few things. So it's okay. And some of those things I didn't want to take out yet because I was supposed to be decluttering and cleaning and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my desk a little bit and get ready for the next ones that have to be finished. So remember, starting next Saturday, we are going to be having our Stash Buster, Scrap Buster Saturdays, which we're going to be using the little pieces and just making things, okay? Looking forward to that. I thought we might get started this week, but you know what? Let's finish January's journal so that I can get it out of here. That would be great. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.